In today's digital world, information spreads like wildfire, frequently blurring the borders between truth and falsehood. Our society is continuously inundated with alluring claims, and it is our responsibility to navigate the web of disinformation. In this episode of The Proof, we will scrutinize a Facebook post claiming that the Nigerian government is distributing 5 billion naira in relief funds to its citizens. Brace yourself for an enlightening exploration as we unveil the truth behind the digital misconception. Welcome to The Proof, powered by Africa Check. I am Joe Hanson. A Facebook post caught our attention, suggesting that the Nigerian government is distributing 5 billion naira in palliatives, and similar posts were discovered as well. It is true that in August 2023, the federal government approved a 5 billion naira palliative fund for each of the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory. The 5 billion naira was approved in order to cushion the aftermath of the hike in fuel prices. But did the government announce that the funds would be distributed to individuals directly through a website? And what about the claims of direct payments through a website? Well, joining me now as we unravel this is Muktar Balogun, an editorial intern at Africa Check. It's good to have you join us, Muktar. Now, where do we pick up our conversation today?
Thank you, Joe. It feels good to be here. So our investigation started with a thorough analysis of the claim, the website used in getting people's personal information in the name of gathering, in the name of registering, as well as checking official government websites regarding these palliatives. We also examined the engagement patterns on social media and the website to determine if it was an engagement-based tactic.
Okay, so for claims like this, are they rampant? Are they something we see regularly?
Yes, they are rampant and they are really common. They are tricks and they are out there for the purpose of, gathering sensitive information about our individuals. So they know people need money. So claims like this usually get attention. And those who are desperate could actually fall into this claim.
Muktar, you mentioned earlier that individuals create such websites in an effort to obtain the personal information of their target. And what precisely is their intention or purpose for obtaining this information?
Now, here's the thing. When these people create their websites and they successfully obtain the personal and sensitive information of people, they have a way of causing harm, of course. So this could be individual well-being and it could be financially. So if someone, for example, when they have access to their account details, so they take people's money from their accounts without their knowledge. So when this happens, people lose their finances and they also lose their mental well-being.
Thanks, Muktar, for sharing that insight. But just hold on there. We'll now go for a break. And when we come back, we'll delve into the verdict and the consequences of such false information. Stay with us.
Calling out misinformation is a bit of an art and it needs to be done with compassion. Africa Check has 5 tips to help you. Number 1. Verify first. If you suspect someone has shared something misleading, fact-check the information yourself before confronting them. Imagine how awkward it would be if you were wrong. Number 2. Consider their reasons. If you think they shared the information out of fear, you can comfort them. If it's out of ignorance, you can help inform them. Say something like, "I was curious about what you posted, so I did some Googling and I found out that." Shh. Number 3. Chat privately. It can be embarrassing when someone calls us out for sharing false stories. When you message someone about their post, use a supportive and positive tone. Find a private and quiet spot to chat about it in person or chat privately online. Number 4. Avoid conflict. The person you're chatting to may become defensive. When this happens, step away and take a break. A fight is not worth it. Later on, give them tips on how to fact-check the information they come across on their own. Number 5. Set an example. The best thing you can do is lead by example. Fact-check claims and only share accurate resources with verified information. Share the good stuff and be willing to calmly and respectfully explain the information you have to others. For more information, visit africacheck.org.
Welcome back. You're watching The Proof. Before the break, we're talking with Muktar, who happens to be an intern with Africa Check. And our focus is on the N5 Billion Palliative being shared to individuals via a website. Muktar, how did you arrive at the conclusion that it is a scam? And can you tell us how you fact-checked it?
When we decided to follow the prompts we are getting on the website, so we intentionally filled in the wrong details and we were still congratulated, for qualifying. So we knew something was fishy. So then we decided to do some, another research to deep dive into the issue. So we discovered that on 3 September, the Lagos State governor began to distribute, food items to 500,000 vulnerable residents in Lagos. So in view of this, the 5 billion naira approved by federal government will only suffice for food and won't be in form of cash as claimed by the Facebook posts.
All right, so how can people verify the authenticity of government announcements and also initiatives?
It is advisable to always check with reputable media platforms and official government website, of course. So also fact-checking organizations like Africa Check can always check to, verify. So people should be conscious of unofficial websites and verify information before taking, any action. So people should not be too much in hurry to trust unknown websites because they are offering, money palliatives or any other kind of items.
Let me ask this. What is the potential impact of falling for such scams?
Falling for scams like this can lead to identity theft, financial loss, and even, personal safety risks. It is vital to stay informed and vigilant online to protect yourself and your loved ones. It is also important to verify. And yes, emphasis should be on verifying any information you come across on social media.
I truly appreciate your input, Muktar, and we look forward to having you as a guest once again.
Thank you.
And that's all the time that we have for today's edition of The Proof, brought to you by Africa Check. Now remember, it's essential to verify information before sharing it online, especially when it involves sensitive matters like government aid and making money. So stay safe, stay informed, and don't forget to verify before you share. Join us next time as we continue our mission to uncover the truth. And I want to say thank you so much for watching. I am Joe Hanson. Until we meet again next week, remember, it's always The Proof.